Super quick to make, maybe 5 minutes of prep time. You don't even have to take all that time to prep because you can prep things like the sauce and the spices and everything like that after you've started the dough and started the dough rising. I think it's like a 45-minute bake and makes a ton of pizza.
I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace and it's hard to explain. Going from my toes all the way to my brain. Going through trials but I know it's okay. My God's with me.
So this is a pizza recipe that I have been crafting for the last 4-5 years or so. Works like a charm. All you need whatever flour you're going to be using. We use oat flour. The Oatsome brand's pretty solid. I've found that for the most part it's just 1 for 1. Good stuff. You need salt, baking powder. It's all the dry ingredients. You're getting non-dairy milk. Need whatever oil you prefer to have, tomato sauce, cheese, and then any toppings that you'd like to have. So typically I like to start with whatever topping I'm choosing that night. Tonight we are going to be using a quinoa lentil blend, mostly lentils. So I've already got that boiling. The reason why you get that started first is because that takes a little bit longer than actually making the dough itself. Once you have finished the dough, we're gonna let the dough rise while the quinoa and lentils are wrapping up. I've just found it works best this way. So the recipe we're making today could probably feed 4 adults. Usually it lasts us 2 meals and it's me and Nettie, and then we've got 2 kids. So we use a square pan. I know it's weird, but it's gonna make 12 square slices of pizza, and that usually lasts us about 2 different meals. So you can half the recipe if you don't need quite that much. So we're gonna start with the dry ingredients. I work the 10 to 7, but you know my shift not over. Gotta help out with the house and then I give the kids a shower. Putting in the work each night, you know I get paid by the hour. My account is full of love and that's way better than the dollar. Dollar, yeah, dollar. Barely make a dime, but I'm not feeling bothered. See their faces shook whenever I go scholar. Mind over my muscles, yeah, you know I'm not a baller. I'm proud to be a father and a husband for my family. So the recipe calls for 6 tablespoons of oil. If you have run out of oil like me and you don't have enough, just melt butter and that will do the trick. Can it be? Can it be? You smell that? Hey, I'm making bread like I'm cooking in the kitchen, we well fed. I have found that when lentils start to do this, that means that they're done. I do not cook lentils the way that the packaging tells me to. I just fill a pot with water, boil it, and then once the lentils start floating to the top like that, they look a little bit deflated. That's when they're done. It's my attention making bread. Yeah, welcome to the kitchen. Had to take a break to make myself better. Wasn't too proud of who I saw in the mirror. Wardrobe upgrade got me walking around with swagger. Walk away from Jesus, that's a joke, no, never. Put in overtime energy like it's overdrive. I don't walk the line, clean path ain't that hard to find. Commitments that our minds stay clear, they ain't in a bind. God, my wife and kids, I am theirs and they are mine. I make a little dough, but I also make the bread. Welcome to the kitchen, chef's hat on my head. Present from my fam, they ain't left on red. Time about to pop, did you hear what I said? I'm making bread like I'm cooking in the kitchen, we well fed. Cause I put in all the fixings, use my head. And my fam gets my attention making bread. Yeah, welcome to the kitchen making bread like I'm cooking in the kitchen, we well fed. Cause I put in all the fixings, use my head. And my fam gets my attention making bread. Yeah, welcome to the kitchen. So you don't have to wait super long for the dough to rise. If you want to, you can. I usually just cut it off whenever the oven reaches 400. We are actually going to be all done with this, at least for me personally, because I will be using this square pan. I know, people in the comments, whatever. My dough roller does not reach the bottom of the pan, so it gets even weirder. I'm going to use this to roll the pizza dough. Yes, I'm aware, it's a mason jar. Yes, it does make little divots as I go. Yes, I'm aware, it's a square pizza. Do I care? No. A messy chef. Yes, I'm aware that I just sprayed the pan and then put flour on top of it. It just makes me feel like I'm not wasting the flour, but you do need to spray it, otherwise it is gonna stick. Not on the flour, of course. Why would it stick on the flour? At this point, you're welcome to plop this into the oven. 8 minutes for this first batch. Just don't put anything else on it unless you want to make sure that your dough is extra moist, in which case you can add some butter, a little bit of garlic powder and salt for taste. So I melted some extra butter, I think 2 or 3 tablespoons. We're gonna put that on. We're gonna add some salt, some garlic powder, just for flavor and to keep it moist. Then we're gonna put it in for 8 minutes.
Caffeine, yeah. I drink coffee now. I used to wake up, my feet would hit.
While we are waiting for that to cook for 8 minutes, and the reason why we're doing that is because the dough takes longer to cook than anything else, so just give it a little bit of time on its own, figure out its problems. We're gonna come back to it once it's had a chance to kind of, sort itself out. In the meantime, we're gonna make sauce. Now, you can skip this entire step if you don't want toppings, and if you already have pre-bought pasta sauce or pizza sauce, whatever you use. We make homemade sauce here, so I'm gonna show you how I do it.
Or I guess maybe not, I don't do well with change. My goodness, look at just how much I've changed. I drink coffee now. I guess it's not surprising, 'cause I have kids now. And life is so exciting.
And when the timer beeps, the pizza basically is gonna cook itself at this point. We're gonna put the sauce on top, cheese on top, back in the oven for another 20 minutes, and then presto, or should I say, pizza.
I drink coffee now. Hey, I'm a dad now. Trade hot chocolate for espresso, I barely sleep now. And sometimes it gets stressful, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in the whole wide world. Children screaming, or maybe they're just laughing. Am I dreaming? Or is this really happening?
And that, my friends, is one good-looking rectangle pizza.
My life is so much fuller than before. I drink.
Also, don't make fun of me. We don't have a pizza roller. Pizza cutter. Yeah, I know. Square pizza, mason jar rolling.
Don't mind all of our supplements.
We are on a budget, people.
Why is this so pale?
What do you mean? The cheese?
It's not normally it's pale.
It's a different kind of cheese than I normally get.
Ah.
There you go. Vegan pizza, gluten-free too. And super clean kitchen.
Something's wrong with me. I need my CO double F double E. I drink coffee now. I guess it's not surprising, 'cause I have kids now.
That one's yours.
And life is so exciting, but when I slow down, I need a little sugar.
Super quick to make, maybe 5 minutes of prep time. You don't even have to take all that time to prep, because you can prep things like the sauce and the spices and everything like that after you've started the dough and started the dough rising. I think it's like a 45-minute bake, and makes a ton of pizza.